Hello friends, Curably Crafty Orm here, and on chapter 2 I showed you guys a couple of dwarf bows. It's a mother-daughter pair that I crafted, and today I'm going to show you the daddy-daughter set. It's, my bow and my youngest daughter's bow. They are human bows, and interestingly enough, because my youngest daughter is still pretty little, the difference in how they're made and their draw power and all that kind of stuff, what materials are used, is also pretty significant. So, I'm not going to ramble for too long this time. Let's get down to business. First, I'm going to show you my bow. This one, like always, safety is my prerogative, so I use bungee cords instead of making shafts that flex and have a little bit more power. Bungee cords are pretty gentle. They max out at a certain point. They're not super strong, and they're really easy to work with because some of them you do have to do a little bit of extra work to make them a little sturdier on the ends, but they usually just come with hooks and they're ready to just be strung up and good to go. You don't have to tie anything and mess around with all that. The metal piece that I used here to make the brace, because this isn't wood, this is metal. It's from a vanity mirror. It's the rail that slides in the back and connects it to the back of a dresser. So the mirror would sit on top of the dresser. And it was actually really easy. I just held it with one hand, set an end on the floor, and with my foot gently just pushed down in spots until I had a curve that I kind of liked, and then I flipped it over and did it the same way the other way. Clean it up, adorn it, string it, good to go. In the back you'll see my symbol there for Orm. I do the O with the slash through it. And this one, the arrow guide on it's hard to see, but there is one right there, which is kind of something I do with almost all of my bows, except for my wife's bow. That one's a custom just for her, just the way she likes it. So this one, and I'm trying to give you the best show I can, but because the arrows that you shoot out of this one, like I do real target practice with this one. This one I don't take out and play with the kids. So those arrows are all a little too dangerous to fire inside for the sake of this video, and safety first, like always. So with these little arrows, I'm not going to be able to get a huge drawback, but that's okay because just see the thing in action. But altogether, and oh, okay. This one bounced out of there right at the end. It was a prototype I was working on with a crossbow. It's got a little rubber band thing on the end of it. I don't think that was really going to work out too well, but it was worth a try. One more quick one just to show you. See? Beautiful. And it's being designed, classified as a human bow. So in the last one, you saw the dwarven ones that are much more square shaped. They had a bunch of bolts showing and all that. This one, mechanically, you can still see there's a lot of metal showing, a lot of bolts and stuff like that. It's still pretty rigid form, but it is still a curved, very generic bow shape. It's got a little bit of fur on the end, but it's not super raggedy, kind of like the bracer, which is my example of human work. And then the sword being orcish, the belt and all that, it's a lot more raggedy and hangs down a little bit more messy, painted on purpose with sturdier like chains and straps and stuff. So the next one I'm going to show you is my daughter's. It's one of my other daughters because I know a lot of you don't know me. I've got like a gazillion kids. Not really gazillion, but I could fill a short bus. So this one's my daughter's. It matches her daddy's in color scheme, but it's made from the tent poles from a pop-up tent of theirs that I mentioned during a crossbow video from chapter 1, which, by the way, the crossbow is also a human design. So if you refer back to chapter 1, there's another one. Always, it's got a little arrow guide, a little bow. I use this little nylon stuff because it's like, it doesn't really pack a punch, but it holds a good form. And again, safety first. She never has this without supervision. Never inside, things like that. But all the rest of the stuff is really just aesthetic. The bow on the bow, the metal stuff running up it. It's just really just to make it look cool, because it's nice that all my kids are enthusiastic about it. To answer the question, I've got 4. So only my youngest is too young to really have it. He's got like a couple wooden swords, but nothing like that you could actually hurt anybody with. And even those usually just stay up on the wall. He only ever plays with them with me. So, but he's a little kid bow, very basic, just like all the others. Only, yeah, and this thing, all that draw is like, it's super weak. There's so much play to this thing. She couldn't fire a lethal shot if she was at point blank range. But there you go. These are my human bows. Thank you once again for indulging my interests. I look forward to making more videos and to showing you guys what I make the pieces out of, what they're used for, age-wise, play-wise, etc. I've got a ton of pieces that are not meant for play. They have real metal blades, etc. The sword is one of them. So I'll make videos for those too, but some of the more child-friendly ones going first, all right? So everybody stay safe out there. I hope you all enjoyed this. Thank you once again, and see you next time.